Hello and welcome back to another video from Jerba Campervans. Now today we've got a really special video. It's one that's been heavily requested. We've got a short wheelbase high top Taranza, which is a kitchen in the back. It's got a fixed toilet in the back too. And we've also got a long wheelbase Sana high top, which is the same as the Taranza but in a long wheelbase. Now this one doesn't have a toilet in the back, but usually it would. It's just that the customer spec'd this one a little bit differently. This one's a T6, so it's an older van. This one's a T6.1, but they both look really great. So let's jump in and have a look about. So the first van that we'll have a little look around is this short wheelbase Taranza. And this Taranza is a high top, as you can see. Now this isn't a factory high top. This is an aftermarket high top that we've fitted here at Jerba. Volkswagen don't actually make a factory short wheelbase with a high top, so we have to order in these high tops. We then fit them to the van, and they're colour matched to the van. They're fitted properly and they look absolutely brilliant. You would never know that it's not a factory item. I'll give you a little demonstration of how the Taranza works, take you through the cupboard space, show you the beds, the seating, and just give you a sort of feel for this camper van before we jump into the long wheelbase and sort of compare the different sizes. The Taranza has two seats in the front, two single captain chairs that spin around and face into the van this way. We've then got our tables which go across this part here, and then we've got these two single rib seats which are 60 centimeters wide, and these fold out into single beds. And I'll just show you how that works very quickly. They're really simple. You spin the front seat. If you just come in, you'll be able to see this a bit closer. You then fold over the base section of the rib, pull this lever, and it's worth noting at this point you've got all that storage space inside the rib there, so you can store all sorts of stuff. You then fold down the back piece, put your fill pieces in, and then you've got a nice long single bed. Now this one doesn't have sliders on it, but there is an option to put sliders on these two singles to bring them in, to make them into one double. And it's a really good, effective way to have a double bed. So I'll just pop this back up. Very simple to do so. Fold it over and we're back to our seating position. You can see that I've got one table here. Now this does fold down and fold away into the back of the passenger seat when you're in the driving position. So it's really handy. And then we've got our second table which is just stored here. So I'll just pull this out. And now we don't have a table leg fitted in this van just yet because it's being sized up at the saw. But basically, if you imagine your leg slots into the hole just here, the whole table then clips onto this rail at the back. You clip it into place and you can slide it in and out just like so. And that gives you a nice table for someone in the driver's seat, someone in the seat that I'm sat in. And you've got two tables in the front there, so it's a nice little social space. Great for sitting, eating your dinner. And you just pop it away like so. And it's as simple as that, really effective. This van has been spec'd with slide opening side windows, so we can get a little bit of fresh air in there, and we do make a nice mid-screen to fit these windows too, so you can get fresh air without being bothered by any of those little creepy crawlies in the Scottish Highlands that we all know and love. So this is a brand new T6.1 van, and the customer has spec'd this van from new with Jerba. What I mean by that is they've spec'd the entire base vehicle. So they've chosen the engine they'd like from Volkswagen, they've chosen the colour, they've chosen the dash, and this one has quite a nice dash in it. They've chosen the automatic or manual gearbox, things like air conditioning, cruise control, all that has been spec'd from new. We then place the order with Volkswagen for the van, take delivery of a new unregistered van, this one. We then do the whole conversion here at Jerba to the customer's spec again, so they choose which layout they would like, they choose the colour of their furniture, they choose whether they like a gas hob, a diesel hob. We then build the van and then we register the van as new from first registration as a new camper van basically. So it's registered from new and recognised as a real camper van. And we are what's called Volkswagen Motorhome qualified, so Volkswagen kind of give it the seal of approval too. So you know that it's been done properly and you're in safe hands. So I'll take you around the back now and we'll have a little look at the fixed toilet. We're in the back of this camper van now, and you can see that the Taranza's got loads of headroom and we've got this channel up the middle. So if I'm in the front, I can basically make my way into the back, and I've got kitchen area, loads of headroom, so I can do my dishes. We've got a sink here, and I've got the Wallace diesel hob here, so I can do my cooking, and plenty of room to maneuver around and do that. And I've got cupboard space up above, so I can put my food, my spices, anything I need for cooking up there. And down below I've got loads of cupboard space, so nice big deep cupboards. That one's hiding the water pump for the sink in it. And again, nice big drawer, and we've got chopping board in the drawer too, so that can come out. Or we can just use it as a chopping board like so. It's a really neat little feature. And then more storage underneath. We've got loads of stuff in there. Just show you the depth of these cupboards. So this is a Tripod Pro. And that slides in there, no problem at all. And again, big deep locker in the bottom. And this bottom locker would be for the gas. So we would put a big gas box in the bottom here if you did have a gas hob. But we've got a diesel hob and night heater in this one. So we don't need any gas, so we get that extra storage space. Now you're probably asking, where's the toilet? And it's right here. You just want to lift up the lid just like so. You can then fold down the side and spin out the toilet. And there we have a fixed toilet. It's got an electric flush, and if you just pop back a wee bit, we've got access to the cassette here, so it's really simple to just pop the cassette out and dispose that way. In this van we've got a fridge fitted just behind the cooking area, but if you were in the long wheelbase, which you'll see, there would be an extra wardrobe here, and the bifold door on that one pulls out and makes it into a nice private cubicle at the back, but we'll show you that one when we get there. Again, we've got more storage space, so we've got another drawer and even more storage space in the back. This one's great for storage. And again, same thing at the bottom. And this houses the Sargent electrical control system, which has all your fuses, and it controls all the electrical components of the camper van. And you can see from the back there that we've got a big locker in the front too. So this will open up and it'll give you loads of storage space in the front as well. This is a fantastic camper van for 1 or 2 travelers. It's got everything you need. It's really, really comfortable living space, and it's got loads of headroom. It's nice and warm, nice and quiet, and yeah, really comfortable to live in. Again, we've got, if you can see these wooden parts here, we've got nice storage all the way up here, and these can store loads of things, nice long things. In the roof, we've got skylights, so we can open that up, get loads of airflow in the van. Same, we've got 2 windows in this, one either side, and all of these have these blinds fitted, so you can either have blinds or you can have mid-mesh if you've got the window open, so they're really, really good. A little bit difficult to use, but really, really good. And I'll just close this skylight just like so. And we've got lighting all around the van, really nice LED lighting, and it's all dimmable, so we've got a dimmer here. So if I press and hold that, all the lighting in the van can be nice and dim. Can be off or it can be really bright depending on what you want. And we've got spotlights everywhere, so these are great if you want to read a book and you want individual lighting on your seat, and they're all individually controllable. We've got charging points, and we've got 230 volt for charging laptops and stuff up here. You won't see it, but yeah, everything you can need in this one. So this is a short wheelbase, so what we'll do now is I'll get Callum to follow me around to the big blue van, and we'll have a look at the long wheelbase. It's a different colour and it's got a few different features in it. So straight away, this one looks totally different, and it's actually really, really similar. It's just 400 millimeters longer. So that 400 millimeters does give you a lot of extra space in this one. This is our Dura layout, and usually the Dura layout would come with a fixed toilet like the Taranza just here, but the customer has spec'd it without this toilet because they want to put, I think, a dog crate or possibly a photography crate in the back. I'm not quite sure, but that would usually go there, and it works exactly the same as the Taranza. Now, I talked about the wardrobe door behind that. So we've got this wardrobe door here. It doesn't have the bifold option because there's no toilet, but you can see there's loads of storage space. And if this did have a toilet, it would have the bifold door which pulls out all the way to the window, so it closes off the whole back section of the camper van to keep you nice and private on the toilet. And if you can have a look up here on the worktop space, it'll give you a good indication of that extra 400 millimeters. So you noticed in the Taranza, both of these were really close together. On this one, we've got sink and we've got the Wallace, and we've got that big 400 millimeter space in between. And down in the cupboards, you'll see that it gives us 2 extra big cupboards, and this one's actually got a big drawer and a runner. So even more storage space in this one. And things like the fridge just move back into this next part here, and you get a little bit more worktop space on this one because the wardrobe goes in the middle, and we just pull the worktop back. Again, you've got all the storage up and around, you've got a big locker on the front, and you've got these two up here. Similar to the Taranza, you get an extra one in this one because it's a longer van, but just gives you an idea of what storage is available. Like I said, this one is a factory fixed high top, so Volkswagen supply this van as a high top. It comes from the factory. That's the long wheelbase, and you really can't tell the difference between the two of them. They're really both great. The only difference that you'll see is the barn doors at the back are the full height on the long wheelbase, but they're not on the short wheelbase. And it's not really something you notice if you're living in the van. But both these vans are fantastic. So hopefully you've enjoyed this quick tour of our Taranza layout and our Dura layout, both high tops, short wheelbase, long wheelbase. If you have liked this video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Give us a comment, let us know if there are any other videos you'd like to see. We've got a big 40-minute long video next week coming out. It's a big video on the Volkswagen California, where we'll be comparing a lot of the elements of it to all the things we do here at Jerba, giving you a really good in-depth comparison. So that's a really interesting one. Make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on to be notified when we put that one out there. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.